Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahdi English School. This video is for class 2 subject science and I want to give you some general instructions that I give you frequently before we begin with our video. So those general instructions are to be followed by each and every student. The first thing is that you have to maintain cleanliness in your surroundings. Don't throw the waste anywhere except for the waste bin, the garbage, the waste of paper, of vegetables, anything, whatever is the waste material, throw it in the dustbin. Do not throw in the house, do not throw outside in the veranda, not on the road. It is a bad habit. And if you see anyone throwing the waste anywhere else except for the dustbin, please stop that person. Maintain cleanliness, that is the first step for good health. Secondly, avoid eating junk food as much as possible. Eat the food which is hot and cooked at home. Maintain your body neat and clean. Cut your nails every week. Please follow all these instructions regularly, and the most important thing these days that you have to follow, you have to keep washing your hands every hour during the day, and you should wear a mask whenever you go outside. Now, the thought for today is knowledge will give you power, but character will give you respect. So, the meaning of this thought is both knowledge and character are important, but what is most important is your character, how you behave, in what way you talk to the other person. It shows your character. You should be in a well behaved manner all the time. You should talk to everyone politely. You should obey your parents and you should help the people who are in need. And knowledge is also important because knowledge will give you power and you can fight against everything if you have knowledge. Now, the content of today's video is lesson number 7, housing and clothing, that we have been studying. And today, first I'll tell you what we have done in the previous video, the recap of the video at a glance. You will learn about the types of the houses. In this video, there are different types of houses. Some are temporary, some are permanent. So let us learn. So, in the previous video, we had learned first point, how can we define a good house. So I will just quickly read it for you. This is just a recap. A good house should have plenty of fresh air and sunshine. A good house should have trees nearby. A good house should be neat and clean. A good house should have proper drainage system. Then we had learned about types of roofs. In that we had learned the shape of the roof is important for a house in a particular region. Roofs of the houses look like this. The shape of the roof is designed on the basis of the type of weather in that region. Does it snow more or rain more, or if the weather is moderate? What are plains? So I told you some landforms like mountains look very interesting. One landform that seems a little boring and plain is actually called a plain. Plains are just large areas of land that are mostly flat. Then, flat land might not seem very exciting, but plains are very common. Plains are found on every continent and cover more than 1/3 of the land on the earth. A plain is a flat area on Earth's surface. What are flat roofs? A flat roof is a roof which is almost level in contrast to the many types of sloped roofs. Flat roofs usually come with warranty. It can last up till 25 years. Advantages of flat roofs. The most obvious advantage of flat roof is the cost. It is very cheap, not very costly. The roofs are easier and quicker to install, so there is less labor overall. What are sloping roofs? Sloping roofs are a common feature for people living in area with good rainfall. They also do not let water or other dirt collect by allowing them to simply slide off. The houses with sloping roofs can take different shapes. Sloping roofs look like this. Shaped like a triangle, they are stable and far more effective when dealing with excessive weather, including heavy rain and snowfall. The roof design helps to direct the water away from the home and leaves little chance of water coming inside. Advantages of sloping roof. It does not need so much repair as it is compared to flat roof. It is very easy to manage. It has longer lifespan and it allows reuse of rainwater. What are stilts? Stilts are poles, posts or pillars that allow a house to stand at a height above the ground. Here are the tilts. As you can see the red color arrow on the screen, these are tilts, which are pillars or poles with which the house can stand. Types of roofs we had learned. People select the roof of the house based on the climate of the place. Gable roof, hip roof, shed roof, and mainly two types of syllabus. It is flat roof and sloping roof. Flat roof, people living in plains usually make houses with flat roofs. People living in areas where it rains a lot make houses on stilts with sloping roofs. Houses on hills also have sloping roof. So we had done this much in the previous video. Let us learn something new today. So, before we begin with our today's topic, I will tell you one short story. This story is about the three little pigs. The name of the story is The Three Little Pigs. As you can see the three little pigs on the screen, the story is about them, and one is Mother Pig. So, down in the valley was a farm. On the farm there was a pigsty, and in the pigsty lived Mummy Pig and the three little pigs. So here you can see the pigsty is there, and there lived three little pigs and a mummy pig. So the mummy pig said, "You are growing so fast, my dears." Mummy pig said to three little pigs, "Soon there will be no space for you here. It is the time for you to leave the farm and build your own houses." Then, before leaving, Mummy Pig gave each of the three little pigs a packed lunch box and told them something very important. What did she say? "You must remember to build your house out of bricks. Bricks are very strong and They will keep you safe no matter what. So Mummy Pig said to 3 pigs, build your house with bricks only. So the 3 pigs set off. They went away down the lane to the brickyard, leaving Mummy Pig all alone in the sty. Then, after a short while, they came across the next door farmer ploughing his field. A farmer was ploughing his field. He was working. The first pig thought to himself, by golly, if I build my house out of this farmer's straw, then I will save myself a trip to the brickyard and build my house in half the time. So the first pig thought, I should build my house with this straw of the farmer and I should save my time. So the first little pig said to the farmer, I would like a big bundle of your finest straw kind. Sir, I will use it to build my own house. So first pig requested this farmer to give some straw. The farmer was little surprised, and still he happily obliged. The farmer said, yes, I will give you this straw. He gave the first pig 10 bales of his finest straw, and the pig built his house. The pig built the straw house. Here is it. Then the house looked sublime. There was not a single straw out of the place. It looked good. It was perfectly built. And the little pig was very proud of himself. A big bad wolf, as you can see over here, the wolf who had been watching from far away, he strolled up to the straw house, knocked at the door, and said in a low, gruff voice, Little pig, let me come in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin, replied the little pig. Then what did he do? The wolf said, Then I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house. And the big wolf started doing huffing and puffing. So without delay, the wolf took a huge breath inside. Then he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. The straw house looked wonderful, but it was extremely weak, so it fell down. And instantly the house was destroyed. The big bad wolf, what did he do? The big bad wolf gobbled up the first little pig. He ate the little pig, as you can see. So cunning he is. Now the second little pig and the third little pig, they continued walking down the lane to the brickyard as their mother had told them. Then they soon came across another farm. There was one more farm. This was an apple farm, and the farmer was busy chopping down the branches of the apple trees. So there was enormous pile of sticks lay on the ground next to the farmer. As you can see, there was a pile of sticks which was lying here. So the second pig thought to herself, by golly, I have got it. He said that I have got this. I can make my house with these sticks. It will save my legs from walking further, and my house will be built faster. So the second pig decided to build his house with this pile of sticks. So he said to the farmer, I would like to have the pile of sticks, sir. I will use to build my house. The farmer, who was looking for a way to get rid of these sticks, he happily said yes. He gave the little pig, the second little pig, the pile of sticks. And the pig built the house with the pile of sticks. The house looked very fabulous. It was very beautiful. There was not a single stick out of place, and the little pig was very proud of herself. Then the big bad wolf, fresh from gobbling the first little pig, he strolled up to the stick house. He came near the house of the second pig. He knocked at the door and said in a low, gruff voice, little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair on my chinny chin," replied the second little pig. "Then I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house in," said the big bad wolf to the second pig. Without delay, the big bad wolf took a huge breath inside. Then he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. As you can see, he destroyed the house. The stick house looked superb, but it was extremely weak, like the first pig's house. So this stick house fell down instantly. The big bad wolf, what did he do? The big bad wolf gobbled up the second little pig. He ate the second little pig also. Now who is left? Only the third little pig is left out. So, the third little pig had made all the way to the brickyard. He went to the brickyard, as you can see. He went up to the man in charge of the yard and said, "Hello, sir, I would like a large pile of your bricks to build my house." The third little pig requested him to give some bricks. The man, who as it turned out was extremely generous, happily obliged. The man said yes. He gave the third little pig all the bricks that he wanted, and the pig built his brick house. The house was not only tremendous, it looked extremely good, and it was the strongest house. Why was it the strongest house? Because the walls of the houses were built with the bricks. And the third little pig was extremely proud of himself. Then the big bad wolf, who was fresh from gobbling the second little pig, he strolled up to the brick house and he knocked at the door, and he said in a low gruff voice to the third little pig, little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair on my chinny chin," replied the third little pig. Then what did he say? "Then I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house in," said the big bad wolf. Without delay, the big bad wolf took a huge breath inside. Then he huffed and he puffed and he huffed, puffed again and again, but the brick house was so strong and it was very well built, and the wolf was not able to blow the house. So, this made the big bad wolf very wild. He was angry. So, he devised a nasty plot to fool the third little pig into coming out of his brick house. He wanted the third little pig to come out of the brick house. Tap, tap, tap came from the window. "Little pig, I know a farmer with some marvelous turnips. You love turnips, don't you, little pig? Shall we go there tomorrow and get some?" said the big bad wolf in his low gruff voice. "Very well," said the little pig. "I do love turnips. What time do you want to go?" 7 o'clock sharp, said the wolf, "and don't be late." The third little pig may have been little, but he was not stupid. He was, after all, the little pig that made his house from bricks, as his mother had told him. So the little pig got up early and he filled a sack full of turnips and was back in the house before 7 o'clock. He did not wait for the wolf. So when the wolf arrived, he said, "Little pig, are you ready to go?" Then, "Silly wolf," said the little pig, I have been and I have taken my turnips already, and they are bubbling away in a huge pot for my dinner." So he had already brought the turnips for him. Then the wolf was very angry. He was so angry that he wanted to explode, but he suddenly had thought and he pulled himself together. Then he said, "Little pig, I know a place where there is wonderful apple tree. You love apples, right?" "Yes," said the pig, "I love apples." "Where is the wonderful apple tree?" "Just over the hills," said the wolf. "Then I will be back at 6 o'clock tomorrow. We can go together to get the apples." "So you had better not deceive me this time, little pig." So little pig said, "Okay, we will go together." But the little pig woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and he went to the hill to the big apple tree. He had hoped to himself before the wolf arrived, but the wolf was also very clever. The wolf also came early. The little pig saw the wolf coming, which, as you can imagine, was very terrifying for the little pig, and he quickly climbed the tree, as you can see over here. The little wolf, third little pig, climbed the tree and the wolf was after him. "Hello, wolf," said the little pig from up in the tree. "Wait there while I find the biggest, plumpest, juiciest apple for you." The wolf waited. The little pig picked a big juicy apple, then called down, "I will throw it to you, wolf. Here it comes." Then he threw it. The pig threw the apple as far as he could. He threw it very, very far. And while the wolf was away, while the wolf was catching that apple, the little pig jumped. What did he do? He jumped down from the tree and he ran safely home to his brick house. So, by now, the wolf had enough. He followed the little pig home and he called through the window, little pig, I am going to eat you up. I will climb upon the top of your house, come down the chimney and gobble you up in single bite." So wolf tried to enter from the chimney to go inside the house and eat the third little pig. Hearing this, the little pig quickly he made a roaring fire and he placed upon in a large pot full of water that was full of roaring fire. The little pig kept it over here. As the wolf came down through the chimney, the little pig lifted the lid of the pot. He opened the lid of the pot. The wolf fell with a plop. He heard the first and the little pig replaced the lid as quick as a flash. So the wolf's head went inside it the first. The large pot was full of boiling water and the wolf fell inside it with his face, which went inside first. The little pig then boiled the wolf. What did he do? He boiled the wolf. Then he gobbled him up for his dinner and then he lived happily ever after. That is the end of this story. So what do we learn from this? So we come to know that the first pig who built his house with the straw house was destroyed. So the straw house is not so strong. Then the second pig who made his house with the pile of sticks, that was also broken, and we know that the stick house is not so strong. Then the third one, the third pig had built his house as the mother had told him with the bricks, and the brick house is very strong. The wolf was not able to destroy this brick house. So we come to know that brick house is the strongest house. So there are so many types of houses as you can see over here: igloo, Kutcha House, PUCCA House, and there are many other houses. So the house in which we live with our family is called our home. The house in which we live with our family is called our home. House protects us from which things? A house protects from heat, rain, animals, thieves, wind. A house protects us from all these things, from rain, heat, animals, thieves, and wind. It keeps us safe. There are mainly two types of houses: Kutcha House and PUCCA House. What is the spelling? So, the spelling of Kutcha House, you should write down Kutcha, Kutcha House. PUCCA, PUCCA House. So as you saw it in the story of three little pigs, the third pig had built a PUCCA house, so the wolf was not able to destroy, to blow out his house. So mainly there are two types: Kutcha House and PUCCA House. So here is the image you can see of the Kutcha House, how it looks like. So what is it actually? What is a Kutcha House? Houses that are made of mud and straw are called Kutcha House. Even the houses which are made with the sticks are called Kutcha House. As you had seen in the story, the second little pig and the first little pig, they had the Kutcha House. So it was easy for the wolf to blow away their house. Here are some more images. So what is written? These houses are made up of mud and straw, and they are not very strong, and so it can easily be blown away, or it can easily be damaged because they are made up of sticks, straws, mud. While the PUCCA house is very strong, just like the third pig had made. Here is a multi-storied building. Here is a bungalow. So these houses are made up of bricks, iron rods, cement, etc. It is called permanent house. They are very strong and no one can break the PUCCA house. But Kutcha House is easily breakable. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. You understood what is a Kutcha House, what is a PUCCA house, and you also understood, you got the moral from the story of three little pigs, that bricks are much more stronger if you compare it with sand, with sticks, or with straws. So always PUCCA house is the best one. So here is your today's homework. You have to draw images of these two. You have to draw one image of Kutcha House and one image of PUCCA House. You can take help from here. There are different types of houses. You have to find out and you have to draw both these, Kutcha House and a PUCCA house. Thank you all of you for watching my video. Have a nice day.